There are various questions people want to ask during the COVID-19 breakdown. The first is that uh, are the babies are they immune to the are the babies uh, children who are less than 1 year of age or children who are less than 10 year of age, are they susceptible to get COVID? Yes or no? The first I would like to say that all those children who are less than 10 years of age, they have a technically very less possibility of getting COVID-19 infections. So practically they don't get COVID-19. And second is, what are the basic do's and don'ts which can be done so that the as a pediatrician, what can be done so that the during COVID pandemic, so that the babies or the children don't get infected by this virus. The first and foremost is definitely you guys should go ahead with social distancing, so that in this by social distancing and by frequent hand washing, by wearing a proper mask, and by wearing a proper head shields, so that face shields, so that the you guys are not exposed to the risk of coronavirus. There are many do's and don'ts which can be practiced during this COVID-19 pandemic, is which are like what you don't have to do. First of all, you don't have to shake hands. You definitely have to practice social hygiene, and you definitely have to follow cough etiquettes. And if any vaccination of the patient, your babies, is due, yes, you can go ahead with the vaccinations. Most of the pediatrician have made vaccine days for their children also. Like there are many days in which the pediatrician are giving only vaccinations, so you guys can go ahead with the vaccination on those days. And yes, the routine vaccination in all the children should not be delayed, and they should be taken on time, as they should be given on time, and they should given as per the schedule of the Indian Academy of Pediatrics. Then there are various questions which the parents want to ask, like if they get the fruits and the vegetables from the market, should these vegetables and fruits should be sanitized? My basic answer to this question is yes. You can sanitize the fruits and the vegetables by just putting them in washing them 20 seconds under the tap, and then you can just there are some basically what you can say commercially available solutions available of the soap which can be helped in sterilization and cleaning of the vegetables. These are the basic questions and the basic queries regarding to the COVID-19. And for all those children, for all those people who think that the best way of protection to COVID is that if at all there is an urgency or emergency, then then only you step out of the house, taking your children, taking your young ones with you. If there is no emergency, or if there is no demand or no requirement, you should not step out with your young children. That is the basic do's and don'ts. And uh, these can be done. And what else should be done in COVID-19, or in protecting the children from COVID-19, is definitely you should give your children a very nutritious diet. A very nutritive diet is a must. A diet is a basic, and it's a cornerstone of prevention of children from COVID. You should give a supplementation with zinc, and supplementation with vitamin C should be given, and fresh fruits, vegetables should be given. The children should be encouraged to have all the juices, all the soups, and all the meals should be taken on time. Whenever the children get time, they should not stick to their laptops or to their computers. They should also practice some indoor exercises, because exercise also boosts immunity, as immunity is the crux and the mainstay or the cornerstone in the treatment of COVID-19. If at all some people ask that who all are risk of having contracting an infection, definitely those children who have their reduced immunity, they are definitely getting a risk of having infections. Yes, you want to ask that my child daughter is not able to speak properly. What is the age of the child? See, you have written that my child daughter is unable to speak properly. If the child is less than 3 years of age, you don't have to worry at all, because if the child is less than 3 years of age, you just have to keep on trying with the children. You just have to encourage them, motivate them, And if at all the child is more than 3 years of age and unable to speak, first of all you have to get to your pediatrician so that he can recommend speech therapy. And but for from parents point of view, you can go ahead with story talking, so you can go ahead with storytelling to your children at night. Secondly, there should be limitation of the amount of electronic media limit. Yeah, 2 year 8 months, right? If child is 2 year and 8 months of age and unable to speak, or the patient or the baby is not speaking properly, at home what you can do, at home you can encourage your child. You can go ahead with storytelling. You can go ahead with keep on emphasizing on the new words which we say as a new word which we say as a new word at a day. Which this means that per day you have to you have to communicate to the child and speak 2 to 3 new words so that the child gets a knack of the new words. And you have to keep on practicing new words, keep on practicing new words. And what I was saying was, you have to limit the use of the electronic media so that the child gets to know, the child gets to communicate. You can put the child in a play school at 2 year or 3. Once this COVID is over, you can put the child in a play school so that the baby interacts with new people, as interaction is the new key. If the child is able to interact with you guys, if the child is able to interact with the children, he will definitely be able to speak. But if at all the child is unable to speak after the age of 3 years, you can go ahead with speech therapy. In speech therapy, they basically emphasize the child. They keep on motivating the child so that the child speaks and get back to the line. This is the basic crux. How can the baby be able to, you can help your child to able to speak properly, right? Anything you want to ask more about other things? So getting back to COVID, as I was saying, so what can be done so that the small children, the children who are less than 10 year of age, they don't get COVID or they don't get infection, is definitely taking out the children if required, only if required, with protective face shields, with protective face masks, if preferably N95, if preferably by telling them frequent hand washing, liberal use of the sanitizer, which I say. And secondly, whenever you're out with your kids, tell them don't touch here and there, don't touch anywhere, because fomites or this virus can stay on the steel surface as well as the plastic surface for longer duration. So you have to you have to tell your kids so that they don't touch here and there, so that the risk of contracting the disease is minimized. Prickly heat, what should I apply? If your sister's child is suffering from prickly heat, what you can do is, you can this prickly heat is, as you have told, is basically a sort of infection which is most commonly occurs due to dryness and due to infections in the summer season only. You can for prickly heat, you can, the best thing is, you can just bathe your child properly and regularly. And secondly, any talcum powder which is comfortable to the child can be applied on the back with new clothes every day, so that the prickly heat goes off and on. And if at all this problem persists for longer duration, any antifungal course of antifungal medication can be done. But the best thing is, you have to wash the clothes of the child properly. And second is, fresh new clothes every day. Hygiene is the topmost priority. That can be done. Physical activity has been reduced in the COVID times. Definitely, I agree with you. But how can you, the one and the foremost thing what can be done is limitation of the screen time. For all the children, the screen time can be limited to, the screen time means the time of exposure of a child to iPad, iPhone, or phone exposure time, that can be limited to less than 1 hour per day. And indoor exercises, indoor yoga, indoor basic exercises, that can be promoted. Mr. Srinivas, you are saying that if normally gets cold this season, how to find it? So, right. If your child gets cold during this season, first of all, how you can distinguish whether it is common cold or it's COVID. There are basic things which can be done, like in COVID the child will get cough, cold, fever, breathing difficulty, and usually respiratory complaints. These are the signs and symptoms of COVID. But in normal cough and cold, you can only get a running nose along with cough and cold. In common cold, mostly there is no high grade fever. In common cold, there is mostly no exposure to the outside. There is also no respiratory difficulty or breathing difficulty. The breathing difficulty and the what you say as rate of progression of disease, it differentiates whether it's COVID or normal cough and cold. Can my baby use normal sanitizer or soap? Yes, your baby can use normal sanitizer or soap in COVID times, not a problem. My child is getting bored and cranky. How do I engage him? You can engage him in indoor sports. You can engage him in various puzzles, various indoor drawing, indoor. You can basically you can get some worksheets depending upon the age of the child. If your example, if the age of the child is 9 years, you can make worksheets for him. He can do some coloring. He can do some painting. He can do some puzzles. Anything you can engage him basically in, instead of sitting in front of the laptop or computer screen playing games all the day. The best thing is to channelize your energies of the child positively, so that he can write something about nature, he can write something about any of the day-to-day things he can write. Give a comprehension to him, give a list to do him. And also it is said that if you encourage your child in day-to-day daily course of the house also, they get to learn a lot of things. This can be done so that so that not only the young children, they get positive energy, also they can also be prepared about this COVID times also. She is speaking, but speaking like, see, I have already told you, like you are telling me that your child is 2 year 8 months of old, and she is speaking, but speaking like other. See, if you are unable to comprehend the language of your child, this means like your child is speaking, your child is unable to speak in English or unable to speak in Hindi or the mother tongue. The best thing is to again and again motivate, emphasize, and to help the child speak one language. You have to be interactive with your child. And if at all this is unable, is this is not working, go ahead with speech therapy at your nearest hospital or your nearest place. My child is fussy eater, he does not eat properly. Nasfara, can I give him Nestle Ceregro? And yeah, no problem, you can give your child Nestle Ceregro. I won't, this is a absolutely good thing you can give. But first of all, if your child is not eating properly, you can go ahead with the food, the your homemade food or the home based diets. Because if your child gets to get a knack of the, or get a hang of the home based diets, like dalia, khichdi, dal, chawal, aloo, kela, paneer, these are the basic home based diets which a child should must eat. And if the child is able to eat the home based diets, then the child will be having a good calorie food and a healthy food, and his weight gain projections or the weight gain trajectories would also be great. So I will suggest that you can give your child Nestle Ceregro, but the cornerstone of nutrition or diet is home based food. So go ahead with the home based food.